Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We need to talk about NIO stock today. Now this really has been quite the shaky day for NIO. Initially in the morning we're seeing shares absolutely plunge, but we are coming back very nicely, and to me this is actually quite impressive. We are bouncing off our previous level of support, which we have caught way down at 608, and actually finishing the day quite nicely at 658. This, despite being shaky, does signify, in my head at least, a lot of strength regarding the stock. And I'll give you my personal thoughts and opinions on everything that we are seeing today. Obviously the reasons behind it. We'll take a brief look at the earnings as well. If it sounds like a good video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe. It helps me a lot to continue to make videos. At the same time, remember, I am not a financial advisor, and therefore this is not financial advice. I always encourage you guys to do your own research. This is simply some of the facts that I am currently looking at. So, with that being said, let's jump straight in. And you know what's most important, I think is to look straight at the earnings for NIO. So NIO's Q2 revenue jumps 9% to $2.65 billion. We are seeing NIO Inc. revealing on Tuesday, obviously today, that its total revenue in the second quarter of the fiscal 2025 came in at 19 billion yuan, around $2.65 billion, rising 9% compared to the same period last year. Meanwhile, the net loss stood at 4.9 billion yuan, slowly narrowing from 5 billion registered in the same period a year ago. In addition, the reported trimester, a net loss per diluted share amounting to 2.31 yuan, down from a net loss of 2.5 in the recorded time 3-month period in 2024. Vehicle deliveries standing at 72,056 for the quarter. That represents about a quarter, as in 25% of an increase annually. So, as the outlook posted, NIO expects deliveries of 87 to 91,000, up 40.7% to 47.1% year on year, and total revenues of 21,812 to 22,876 million yuan. Bit of a weird way of writing it, right? But yeah, there you go, right? That is what is going on at the moment. Very, very interesting stuff from NIO. Now, this has been taken in a number of ways. I think ultimately there is a lot to say from this. I think it depends which angle you want to go for here, right? The most, to me at least, important thing to some degree is the fact that NIO is seeing company growth. It is seeing sales growth, and that is very impressive. I think now that things are moving and that things are seemingly speeding up quite a bit, it's getting quite impressive. However, at the same time, the net loss is something worth paying attention to as well. So, going back to the stock price itself, I think what we're seeing right now is very impressive for a fair number of reasons. Number one, I don't think that many people expected NIO to essentially be able to maintain these prices after earnings. I know there were some people who thought this was going to be an explosive period after earnings for NIO. People always speculate, but I believe that amongst a lot of people, the general consensus was that NIO stock was inevitably going to drop. And it's quite interesting to me that we've seen it come down, bounce off of these levels, and go even higher. Now, this is significant, and I want to reflect on what this means. Now, ultimately, the first thing to note is how strong today was. Going back up and looking at the chart, from the lows to the highs, this is a gain of about 8%, not insignificant at all. Very good day for NIO stock. Now, I think it also highlights the fact that we have a lot of strength in these levels at $6, $6.10, right? Very, very good sign. I'm very impressed by that too. And it also shows that the upwards momentum potential is still here, as we didn't crash. Well, we did a bit, of course. We crashed a bit, but we didn't massively crash. We didn't go below levels that we have kind of locked in since hitting these new highs on the stock in the last recent period. We've continued to maintain those, and now we're actually pushing very close to our next level of resistance to the upside. Absolutely impressive. So, what do I want to see for NIO stock now? Now that we've had our earnings, now we've seen all the results of the speculation and the like, what do I want to see now? Well, I think it's very simple. I think the next levels that I'm looking for is to maintain above our levels of support at 645, and levels of support at 630. These are, again, we've seen a little bit of support at 645 here, and most at 630, again here and here. That would be very important, right? It would signify the gains that we have seen, or the growth that we are currently experiencing is sort of locked in. That would be a very nice level to stick to, even in a worst case scenario. So to the downside, I wouldn't like to drop much lower than that. Of course, our most fundamental level below that is going to be all the way down at 610, but those are the levels to the downside. Now, if I was to give you my upside prospects of what I'm looking for here, it's actually really simple, right? We've broken above our levels at 650, 655. It's about seeing if we can maintain above those. 655, maintenance above that is also going to be interesting and important. Levels that we have seen difficulty at here, here, and also here, right? 650, 655. Past that, you guys already know what comes next. We're trying to break above those highs. 680, beyond 685, 690, 695, ideally onto $7. Ultimately, though, I want to say one thing. I think today has shown a lot of strength for NIO stock. We're still technically moving in the right direction, even if we did crash out a bit this morning. And it's about seeing if that is going to continue into the next couple of days. I will, of course, be here to give you my personal thoughts as time goes on. If you enjoy these daily update videos, please do subscribe. It helps me a lot. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. I hope I will see you again soon. Goodbye for now, guys.